Peace. This is Bastard Brown. Built in the mind. Live in the bad. Speak in the red. Let's build the
Peace to all human families of the planet Earth. Peace to the 5% nation. This is your host, Master Brownseed, and you are now entering Build the Cipher. This is episode 43. Episode 43, seeing things for what they are, right? Seeing things for what they are, right? Today's theme in our supreme mathematics, 43 would be freedom understanding, right? Freedom understanding is a liberation through sight. The sight, right? The ability to see clearly beyond illusions, deceptions, and surface appearance. True freedom is not in the body. It's in the mind that knows, sees, and understands reality as it is, right? Let's begin with segment 1, the opening cipher. Sight versus vision, right? There is a difference between looking and seeing, right? Sight is physical. It's what your eyes capture, right? Vision is mental. It's what your mind deciphers, right? When your mind is free, your understanding becomes light, and that light lets you see through illusions. The uncivilized see people, money, titles, and fame, right? The civilized see energy, principle, and law, right? When you see with knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, you see truth where others see tricks, right? You get that? Some people see truth, others see tricks. And tricks is for kids, baby. Segment 2, the parable, the man in the mirror lake. This is a story now. Now pay attention, right? Once there was a man who came to a lake so still, it reflected him perfectly. He stared at his reflection every day, fixing his hair, admiring his smile, and talking to his image, right? But one day, a wind came and rippled the waters, right? His reflection disappeared. Panicking, he cried, "I've lost myself," right? An old wise man who was nearby said, "You didn't lose yourself. You lost your illusion," right? The real you never lived in that reflection. That's freedom understanding. But the ripples of life remove that illusion, and you finally meet the real you, right? Because understanding to see things clearly. When you're free in your mind and nothing is blocking that, you see things very clearly past illusions and deceptions. You start to see the real you when you sit down and analyze yourself. You start to look at that man in the mirror, you start to see the real you of who you are inside, right? Segment 3, the 5% Nation breakdown. Removing the veil, right? 85% see reflections, illusions created by the devil's tricknology, right? The 10% profit from those illusions. They manipulate perception for power, right? That's what the 10% do. They manipulate people with illusions. They manipulate you with perceptions so they can stay in power. Keep you looking here when they're over here doing things to keep themselves in power. That's what the 10% do, right? The 5%, we see through the reflections. We see reality. To understand is to remove the veil, to look past appearance and find essence. Because essence, you don't go back to the essence. Essence is not in depth. Essence is life. When you live, that's your essence. When you bring forth your son, that's the essence of life. You bring that into life. And life and death has no partnership. You know what I mean? That's why freedom understanding is divine sight. The all-seeing eye of God manifests in man, right? You don't need the world to show you who you are. You already know, or you should already know who you are, right? Because once you know something, like I said, once you see something, you can't unsee it. You got to see it. Seeing is to know. Knowledge and understanding is one understanding. When you understand the knowledge, you understand who you are as that original man, the maker, the owner, the cream of the planet Earth, father of your civilization, and God of your universe. You're not God of other people's universe. You're God of your own universe. Right? Sun, moon, and stars exist within you. Man, woman, child exists within you. You create all things in life, brother. You can bring all these things into life if you choose to, right? Living in divine clarity. Divine clarity, right? When your understanding is free, you stop being moved by illusions. You stop chasing approval, validations, or appearances, right? You move by principle, not pressure, right? You love with clarity and not confusion, right? Freedom understanding lets you see beyond the lie, right? And once you see, like I said, once you see, you can't unsee. The truth don't bend. It just waits for you. It just waits for your understanding to catch up. That's why we have that phrase, understanding comes in time. Because you got to catch up. Some people might be ahead of you with their understanding. You got to catch up with the times, right? They say if you don't change, you'll what? Die. Change is constant. To see things clearly is a constant motion of you going through life and start to see things. You may not have saw it at that time. Like sometimes you might be going through something with somebody and somebody tells you, you need to mend that up, brother. You need to fix that. And at that time, it wasn't ready to do that. At that time, understanding wasn't clear to you. But when the understanding came clear, you saw it better and you changed that situation. That's what understanding means, to see things clearly. You have to see it clearly. I can't force you to see anything clearly. I can't give you, this is why power can't refine nobody. Power can't refine you because you got to come to the understanding of the culture. I cannot force you to see the culture. If I force you to see something, then I'm changing you to be something that you cannot be. Right? I'll refine you that much from now. I'm about to change you, make you like my woman. We're going to change how you look. We're going to fix your hair. Men do that with women. Men don't do that with other men. I'm not going to get your hair done. I'm not putting lipstick on your lips and putting fly clothes on you. That's not what men do with other men. That's why I understand when people say my power refines you. Power is force. So if I force you to do something, then I'm taking you from who you are. But let me continue. I don't want to go off the subject, right? Like I tell you, understanding is to catch up. It just waits for you to catch up your understanding, for you to see things clearly in time, right? So as we understand that, I want to continue on and go to today's affirmations, right? You know, God always gives out affirmations, so I want y'all to affirm this. I am free to see things for what they truly are, right? That's number one. I am free to see things for what they truly are. One. Number two, I trust my inner sight. My inner sight. I see things through knowledge, not emotions. That's number two. Number two, I trust my inner sight. I see things through knowledge, not emotions. Right? Lastly, but number three, nothing outside me can blind what's within me. Number three, nothing outside of me can blind what's within me, right? You get that? Those are today's affirmations. Take those. Say those to yourself constantly every day. No, affirmations is useful. This ain't nothing mysterious. You're not praying to no mysterious God with this. These are just showing word is life. That your word is life. Like my build to the other build, as above, so below. As your words speak, they come one with the universe. Your words create planets. You know what I'm saying? We create space and put worlds in it through the words that we express. Words are an expression. Just like understanding is an expression. We draw things up and we express ourselves through our knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. And we put it out there. Right? That's what we do, okay? So those are today's affirmations. Use those wisely. Say them daily to yourselves, right? As we close out the build today, my family, freedom understanding is when you stop reacting to reflections and start responding to reality, right? You see that? When you stop looking for reflections and start responding to reality, to what is real, because knowledge shows you that everything in life is real, my brother. You know what I mean? The world is filled with mirrors, media, money, power, ego, right? All this is filled in the world, brother. When you caught up in six, all these things is in the world to distract you, to cause confusion. I'm not saying money is not good. Everybody needs money, right? But when you keep your eyes on God, these things are not important to you because they're going to come to you. These things come to you. You don't need to chase money. Money will come to you. Because when you out there living a positive life and do what you got to, you attract. That's what magnetic attraction does. It attracts the good things to you when you're living a good life. You know what I mean? When you free your understanding, you move from blindness to brilliance. That's knowledge right there, right? When you can free your understanding, you move from the blindness to brilliance. Being brilliant in the mind, brother. That's the signs of freedom understanding, right? To see things for what they are and not get caught up with what things appear to be, attracted to what things appear to be. You know what I mean? With that being said, I would like you to hit that like button, share, subscribe, and always remember to build the cipher. This is your host, Master Brown Seed. And I say peace to all. Make this day a great day. Peace.